Oils of being a landlord.
That's right, guys. So Coin Laundry doesn't pay for everything, but it pays for some things. Gas money, dinner. I've had the same guy rent in the garage for $75 a side, so 150 bucks a month, $1,800 a year, times 3 years. I mean, that pays for some things, right? That's like vacation money and all right, guys, so we're at 346 Piccadilly Street here. This is another private deal. So bought this on the market 7-ish years ago, and actually paid a healthy dollar for it because I saw the vision of what it could be like in 10 years from now. So probably the first 5 years we bought it, hadn't had any renovations done since like the 60s, and we moved walls, we redid kitchens, bathrooms, floors, everything. Raised the rent roll, and then some of the funding rules changed in Canada and things got tighter, so we couldn't refinance out our money, so we held on to it and just kept riding it out. Raised the rents, which definitely helped anyway, so we got that pop in rent, which is awesome. And then just always thinking like, what else could we do, what else could we do? We rent storage space in the basement, we rent storage space in the garage, we have Coin Laundry, and we charge for internet here. So lots of different ways that we're making money. So how about we go show you guys a couple things.
And do you mind talking us through, like, what do you charge for the storage in the basement or for internet? Or
yeah, it's not huge, but I think you got to look at this on a you know, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year basis. Like I've had the same guy rent in the garage for $75 a side, so 150 bucks a month, $1,800 a year, times 3 years. I mean, that pays for some things, right? That's like vacation money and other kinds of stuff too, right? So basement's only like 50 bucks. Internet, everybody contributes like 25 bucks to it. So it's, and it helps us rent our units quicker, and people love that. Internet's like the new heat, and everybody needs that in Canada. So purchase price was $360, and we put, in the first year we dumped about 70 into it, so we were well over 400, and it'll appraise kind of in the high 400s now. But it's, again, I saw this as one of those hold forever type properties, and I don't mind paying full price for it to get into it because it had a lot of potential and was in a great neighborhood too. So yeah, we got a 2-bedroom plus a den on the main floor. We have a 3-bedroom upstairs, and we got a 1-bedroom off to the side. Yeah, so this is the garage that actually the past owner, she actually rented it back from me for 2 years. Gave her a really reasonable rate on that. And then when she left, I actually rented it to my contractor who renovated the place for 2 years, and then after that it was vacant. We just put it out on the internet. Again, right time of the year, good descriptions and pictures, good location, it's central. Renting it out to an electrician now, so he keeps his tools and supplies and Harleys and Corvettes and stuff in there that, you know, he just doesn't want to keep at his house, I guess. So this is the place here. That's the 1-bedroom at the back. Tom's been here for like 11 years or 12 years. He was already here before I bought the place. So, and we've had the same group of students upstairs now for, this is going on 3 years, and we continue to raise their rents and stuff and charge them for parking and all kinds of extra stuff. So.
And so how do you approach these properties that you've accumulated a decent portfolio now? Do you refinance them whenever they come up, or how do you decide which ones to refinance, or do you pay any off in full? Like, are you working towards paying some off?
Yeah, good question. I think it's important to have, I was just explaining this to someone the other day, I think it's important to have reserves. I think it's important to not always be maxing out, you know, and refinancing every single time you absolutely can. In the beginning I was, but I think as you, over time, and your portfolio gets bigger and you want to get into some bigger buildings, they're going to be looking at how much equity you have, right? Lots of lenders have certain equity criteria that they want you to hit. So we try to stay in that, like, you know, how much equity, you know, 30 to 50% equity range. So we're not always maxed out at all our different properties. So we top up as we feel prudent and need be. So maybe it might not be every 5-year cycle or every 3-year cycle, but for sure every other one. Holding something all in cash, I think you're losing some big advantages when money is fairly cheap right now, and it's your biggest tax write-off is your debt on your property. So as long as you're being smart about it, I think it's very important to be smart. I don't go out and get second mortgages and this and that and leverage it to like 90, 95, 100%. I think that's dangerous because you just have one little hiccup in the market and you're smoked. So yeah, buy and sale is very important, but try to buy privately if you can, buy creatively if you can. And this was like a pocket listing from my realtor. He had been working on the, with this lady for years trying to list her property. I was one of his best investors and got the first kick at it and just ran with it. So.
And so how do you build up that relationship with a realtor to be able to get first kick at it?
I think it's important to be referred in, so I was referred into this realtor, and I already had 4 or 5 properties at the time, and just said, hey, like I'm really eager to be, buying properties, and just kept that relationship. I mean, I was calling him every couple of weeks, hey, what's new, because it's, sometimes it is the squeaky wheel that gets the oil, and, they just know that you're the most serious, and you haven't just like made that one call and you disappeared. I mean, you're there all the time, nonstop, and I think that inspires them to work harder for you to find deals and pick up the phone and have those conversations with people that are thinking about listing and not sure, and just get that person to the point of selling, right? So I know it's not easy, but you really have to be confident when you're making the calls and let them know that you're serious, and this is a lifetime strategy. It's not just a one-time thing. This is something that's, we can either work together, or I can, if you're not willing to go find me stuff, do you know somebody in your office that is, right? Like, it's just, I think it's important to go find busy agents that have a lot of things coming across their desk on a regular basis, and agents that deal with income properties. Maybe they invest themselves and run with it, right? So, and give back to them too. Give them referrals and refer them around, and make sure it's reciprocal. Because if the relationship's not reciprocal, then why should they always do that for you, right? So maybe a couple other things that we do. We always do closed off garbage containers, whether it's just like made of plastic or made of wood. It's the Forest City, man. The squirrels and raccoons are crazy, so we always try to build a bit of a doghouse and contain it. I got that idea from the apartment shop guy in town. He's got those red signs around town. He always does this sort of stuff. So if you guys see stuff that's working, do your own R&D, rip off and deploy, and copy. Copying is the sincerest form of flattery, and if it's working for them, it's going to work for you too. We're able to get Coin Laundry just in the back here. Again, good quality machines. These are German made, Hipsch. I'm a big fan. They never break down. And
$600 a pop, or
I got these used for $800. The person drove them down from Kitchener, and I did the math on them. We paid them off in like 1 year, so it's a no-brainer. So, and again, it's not a huge money maker, but when you look at it over a 10-year period, I mean, it definitely covers your water bill for sure. Saves your utilities. It's not a free-for-all. I've bought houses where people were like, just had regular laundry machines, and then it's like they're calling up their friends saying, hey, there's free laundry here, like come bring your laundry over too, and it doesn't make any sense. So
particularly when you look at like over a portfolio wide, right? If you have a dozen of these machines.
Oh, for sure. I actually brought my bucket that I'm going to take to the bank here today. If you guys want to see what $700 in coins for 1 or 2 months looks like, or whatever, but.
Oils of being a landlord.
That's right, guys. So Coin Laundry doesn't pay for everything, but it pays for some things: gas money, dinner, whatever. So, but I know why the big high rises, why they go to cards and stuff, because then they just don't have to deal with theft. Or luckily my properties are in good neighborhoods, but I mean, stuff happens, and I know other landlords in bigger buildings in different parts of town where they're definitely worried about security and stuff. So you got to work it, carrying it to the bank. So this is kind of like an unheated area, so we actually keep this door open in the winter time, and we got the thermostat here because we've actually had the water lines freeze on cold days, but just open the door and it's fine. So little things, right? As a real estate investor, you have to solve problems. I literally want to get shirts made up that says #ISolveProblems, because if you're not willing to solve problems as a real estate investor, there's no point in getting involved in real estate or business or being an entrepreneur or anything, so you got to be willing to, life's going to throw curveballs at you, as you've seen from some of the things that we've shot today, that you just got to be willing to roll with it and say, okay, well, what can I do now to fix it or mitigate it or make the best of the situation? So they're always going to be out there. So hey guys, that's been my triplex on Piccadilly Street here, the little brother of the first property I first bought. I'm Corey McKinnon. You can find me on Facebook under my name, K-O-R-Y, McKinnon. On Instagram, just under my name as well, Corey McKinnon. And my website, so CoreyMcKinnon.com, where you can tune in and read my vlogs and videos and everything else as well. So, and book launch. Book is coming out. Pre-order copies are available, and the link's also going to be on my website too, CoreyMcKinnon.com.